Number 1. Alice had to fix Victor as he got experimented on unintentionally by her. With the things she was able to make, this episode just further proves that if Levi vs. Alice happens, it's gonna be a good battle. I think maybe Alice is smarter than Levi. Season 1 anyway. Season 4 and up is a whole different ball game. Number 2. Raven meets Miss Chen and Mariana, Neil's mother, for the first time on screen. And with the three of them, their bonding in the episode, it felt more natural, unlike for Booker and Gang where their friendship was forced at the beginning and still now. I look forward to those three hanging out more in the future. Plus, it's good to see Raven have friends around her own age, because other than Chelsea and Eddie, even though he's not around, you don't see her hang out with adults. So just like Booker has his two versions of
Booker and the Bookettes,
Raven has found her
Ravenettes.
Glad I was able to work that into my review. Number 3, still no word on if Miss Chen won the election or not. Number 4, Mariana. Since her mother's last name is Flores, I guess her name is Mariana Flores, which makes Neil's last name Flores, though both are still unconfirmed, as who's to say Neil didn't take the last name of his father's, and same goes for Mariana. Anyway, I want to say I very much like the character and the actor, Leslie Margarita. She has been in the Disney sitcom universe before, which was Sweet Life on Deck. Just like Neil is a copy of Chelsea, Mariana is a copy of Johnny Daniels, Chelsea's mom. However, even though she is a copy, I saw a little bit of her own character in her. As it's been known in the past, she's a vegetarian. But as for this episode, I learned she got her hand stuck in a moose 3 times, has a large number of CDs in her car despite never owning a CD cassette player, possibly could see ghosts, and lastly, she escaped a cult. As Raven said,
I like you. You got stories.
Neil's mom is already better than Neil. You know what? I'm gonna add Miss Chen to that. She's better than Ivy, and she's only been in 2 episodes. This character has potential and the stories they could tell, but hopefully not as one-off jokes. One potential storyline that could have gone somewhere was Neil in therapy about his mother. This was mentioned in season 5, episode 14.
My school counselor, Miss Nixon. I'm super close to her. I've told her things I wouldn't even tell my mother. Mostly about my mother.
I thought, what if Neil was being funny, or at least trying to be, was because it was some coping mechanism on what his mother was doing. So he had this love and hate relationship with her. What if the cult made her more protective of Neil? Or what if it was something else? Doesn't matter. You get my point. It would explain as to why he was in therapy. But this episode squashed that, as he 100% loves his mother. Looks like he's out of therapy. Number 5. There was a little bit of foreshadowing here if season 7 happens.
They're gonna be in college next year. You can't tell them no then.
Watch me.
Number 6. The Boys in Motion song is heard for the first time. They have been mentioned every season. You could look at it as long-term booking, but it's just one more step closer to getting them onto the show. Number 7. Raven says she should trust Booker more. How many times are they going to do that storyline? Number 8. Another foreshadowing.
I met Neil's mom, which really explains Neil.
Wait until you meet his dad.
So are they really telling me that Neil's father is even more crazier and stupider than Neil and Mariana? Now the writers have more writing space because we never saw Chelsea's dad in the original show. We don't know how he was like. Neil's father won't be a copy of another character. Number 9. I have a question. How is Neil, his father, and his mother all stupid? Neil's grandmother, Mrs. Flores, is not. This is going back to Mariana having story potential. What if the cult messed up her brain? What if she was struck by a lightning storm, etc.? It would explain at one point she was just a normal person like her mother, but then something messed her up, and then that went into Neil with her husband helping with that too. Number 10. No mention to Victor getting healthy. My grade for the episode is a 6.5 out of 10. I hope to see more of Mariana in the future. Now let's move on to episode 11. Number 1. Ivy rang the doorbell and didn't just storm in? That's the first. Number 2. There was a John Stamos reference. points. Number 3, Victor should have shown the crew on how he gets healthy. Or what about the end of the episode when he was talking to the fake Victors, telling them what to do? He could have been like, and Victor 4, that's me, I will be eating salad, getting healthy. But no mention to that in this episode. Number 4, Victor, when he was talking to the fake Victors, he had mentioned a high school reunion. I would have liked to have seen that. Number 5, seeing the producers wanting Alice for House of Raven is really a representation of real life. At least in my eyes, she has been a great addition to Raven's home. Number 6,
Whose house is this anyway?
Well, the show is called House of Raven.
they missed their chance to call the reality show Raven's Home, but I guess that would have been too meta. Number 7, I get Ivy was in the reality TV business, but man, could she be more annoying. Throughout the episode, I wanted her to
Stop talking.
Victor decided to spill some facts about her.
And they say I'm boring.
Number 8, Raven gets a vision about her show getting cancelled, and Booker says he would have taken it out of context too. Number 9, Raven says she wants Booker to go to any college he wants, as long as it's in driving distance of her. If we see Booker in college in season 7 or 8, he's staying in San Francisco, though I'd rather him go back to Chicago. With that, my grade is a 6.5 out of 10. Now, since we're basically at the halfway point, how are y'all enjoying season 6 so far? Because for me, it's just been okay for a lot of these episodes. You've seen like either 5 or 6s. Episode 5 is the one I have graded the highest. I feel they rushed out season 6 too fast. So, yeah, let me know if y'all agree to that. With that being said, I have nothing else to say but get your fingers up and say it with me. Bye.